Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of The Daily. It's Wednesday, May 4th, here with Greg Lawless. I'm Nick Fershaw. And Greg, let's start by taking a look at the action from Tuesday night, the US Open Cup, the play-in round. San Jose Earthquakes going up to Portland and getting a big win at Jeld-Wen Field over the Timbers.
Yeah, it's the first loss for the Timbers since they've opened up Jeld-Wen Field. They had 3 wins in a row in the league. This, of course, in the US Open Cup, they're probably going to say that it doesn't really count or something like that. Who knows? But it was also a great win for the San Jose Earthquakes, considering all the struggles they've had in recent weeks, where Frank Yallop has tried to shake up the lineup a little bit. They have lost a couple of games in a row, and now they go up there and get a win in Portland against a tough Portland team, and of course the atmosphere at Jeld-Wen Field. The winner came in the 120th minute from Iko Para. Great to see him beginning to find that touch in the attack a little bit. We know how good he is defensively. If he can start to be the leader of that team, that I think is the first moment of turnaround for the Quakes.
Yeah, definitely a healthy Iko Para, very big for San Jose. They'll take on the Chicago Fire later this month in the next round of the Open Cup. Let's take a look at the Colorado Rapids training camp. Brian Mullan returning to practice on Tuesday. This is what we've been waiting for, to see what the veteran midfielder would say. He said he was a little apprehensive about going into tackles after the Steve Zakuani incident.
And you can understand that. This is when he's just getting back. He still has 9 games to sit out from his suspension from the disciplinary committee. He's basically going to be training with the reserve team. I mean, obviously he'll get in with some of the first team on training. Not going to be playing in the games, as we know. You can understand a player being apprehensive. Nobody wants to hurt anybody. You go into a tackle like that and you end up hurting a player for a long time. You're going to be thinking, geez, I don't want to do it again. Then again, Brian Mullan, he's a professional. He's going to get out there. He's going to train hard. He's going to play hard when he gets the chance. And you know what? Things move on. Everybody moves on, and we play on.
And life certainly goes on for the Colorado Rapids. They're back in action Wednesday night against the Houston Dynamo, 8:30 p.m. down in Houston on Match Day Live. What do you expect from this one?
Well, this is an interesting one from the Rapids' perspective in particular, because they have not gotten very good results recently. They haven't really looked like the championship team that they are right now. On the other side, you have the Houston Dynamo, who are flying high. If they continue to get great service from Brad Davis, they have all the big trees in the middle. Set pieces will be key. You think about the back four for Colorado and how good they are defensively. Can they handle all the big guys from Houston that will be flying in on corner kicks and set pieces from Brad Davis? And you know what? You think about Will Bruin, Brian Ching getting healthy again. Is Koke maybe going to get his first start for the Dynamo? It's going to be an interesting game.
Again, that one, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Match Day Live. One other game on the midweek docket. It's the Seattle Sounders at DC United, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Match Day Live down at RFK.
Well, you know what? We talked about the U.S. Open Cup earlier. These two teams have been battling it out in the Open Cup, it seems, for the last couple of years, and they've got a pretty good rivalry going. Seattle coming into this one off of that emotional win against Toronto at home. Now they go on the road. Freddie Montero, Alvaro Fernandez, and Brad Evans seem to be the key. Since they have gotten healthy, Seattle now flying 2 wins in a row for them in the league. DC United, they've gotten crushed the last 2 times out. They lost that 4-1 game down in Houston. They also lost at home 4-0 to the New York Red Bulls. So DC United, I think, need to figure something out, especially defensively. I think they're going to try and play a very compact game, try and shut down Montero and Evans, especially, so that they don't have much space to operate. We'll see if Ben Olsen's side can do it.
Yeah, definitely some work to do for DC United. You can follow the coverage of both games tonight on MLSsoccer.com. And 2 other things before we get out of here. Remember to vote on the AT&T Goal of the Week. Voting closes Thursday midnight Pacific time. And one last thing, the Tito Libre podcast comes out on Wednesday. Make sure you check that on MLSsoccer.com, iTunes, and Buzzsprout.